WinForms C# example application. Payroll evaluation 1 week. We are learning to program in the C# programming language. In this exercise, we will calculate the weekly salary of an employee after getting the time worked for each day of the week. In case a company pays overtime, we will calculate such a salary. Then we will display a summary of the pay in terms of regular pay, overtime pay, and net pay. Start Microsoft Visual Studio. On the Visual Studio 2026 dialog box, click Create a new project. In the Create a new project dialog box, in the Languages combo box, select C#. In the list of project templates, click WinForms App. Click Next. In the Configure your new project dialog box, set the project name to Payroll Evaluation 1. Click Next. In the Additional Information dialog box, in the Framework combo box, select the highest version. In this case, .NET 10.0 long-term support. Click Create. In the Solution Explorer, right-click Form 1 and click Rename. Replace Form 1 with Exercise and press Enter. Design the form as follows. After designing the form, we can proceed to the calculation. To do that, double-click the Calculate button. Implement the event as follows. To start, we declare a variable for each workday, that is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we declare accessory variables, which are the regular time, the overtime, the regular pay, and the overtime pay. We will also need the hourly salary. Then we proceed on getting every value from the form. We will use exception handling in case there are problems. So we first request the hourly salary from the hourly salary text box. Then we request the times for each day. We start with Monday, then we request time for Tuesday, then we request time for Wednesday, then we request the time for Thursday, then we request the time for Friday, then we request the time for Saturday, and finally we request the time for Sunday. For the calculations, we start by adding the time worked for each day to get the total time. For the overtime salary, we will multiply the hourly salary by 1.5. To start, we assume that the employee worked less than 40 hours, in which case the regular time is the same as the total time, and the regular pay is gotten by multiplying the hourly salary by the regular time. But if the employee worked overtime, which is greater than 40 hours a week, then the regular time would be 40 hours for the week. The regular pay would be the hourly salary times 40. The overtime would be the total time minus 40. The overtime pay would be the overtime times the overtime salary. To calculate the net pay, we add the regular pay to the overtime pay. And finally, we display the values of the payroll. We display the regular time, we display the overtime, we display the regular pay, we display the overtime pay, and finally we display the net pay. After making the calculations, you can return to the form and double-click the close button. In the event, you will simply call the close method of the form. To test our application, on the main menu, you can click Debug and click Start without debugging. As the form displays, if you want to test the exception handling, in one of the text boxes that expects a number, you can type any letter and click Calculate. You should receive a message box letting you know that the value you typed is invalid. On the message boxes, you can click OK. So to proceed, in the text boxes, you provide the necessary values. For example, in the employee name, you type any name you want. In the hourly salary, you type a valid number. And for each day, you type a valid value, preferably between 0 and 24 included. For a good test, you should type values that will produce less than 40 hours a week. After typing the values, you can click Calculate. To test the overtime calculation, you can type values in the time worked so that you will get more than 40 hours for the week. After putting the values, you click Calculate. After seeing the values, to close the form, you can click the Close button. You can find a link to the article in the description section. Thank you.